Welcome to that session with Temene Find the Wise Counselor. Today I just want to inspire you. I just want to share some encouraging words with you because suicide is not the way out. Yesterday I was watching a video where at Ajah people were trying to hold a young man that had tied a rope to the bridge and was just about to jump off to strangle himself. Luckily people caught him. Last week too was the image of the video of an elderly man who was trying to jump off the bridge off the Kata Bridge. Now, I understand that it seems as if Nigeria is trying to crush all of us. The pressure is getting so much. But what we fail to realize is that this is just a phase of life that has come to pass. Now, if you remember in the story of Joseph in Egypt, they said there was 7 years of famine, 7 years of plenty, and 7 years of famine. Now, when people were in the 7 years of famine, they felt that that was the end of the world. A lot of them decided to sell everything they had, even sold themselves into slavery without knowing that, see, this is just a 7 years phase. And within 7 years, when that phase of famine had passed and another set of year of plenty was starting, by that time they had already sold off everything they had. They even sold themselves into slavery. What I'm trying to get us to understand is that times in Nigeria might be looking so difficult. It might seem as if there's no light at the end of the tunnel. But you know what? The worst that this thing can last is in the next 3 more years. Now, anybody who doesn't project their life beyond 3 more years, that is beyond 2027, will feel as if there's no hope, will feel that this is the end of the world for them. And that is why a lot of people start to resort to suicide, resort to doing things that will destroy them and maybe their family. But when you look at this thing and you project that, see, that this is just another phase of life that has come to pass. If you could survive the 8 years of Buhari, it means that even this 4 or even 8 years of Tinubu administration, that we can also survive it, and it will be part of our history and part of the story that we'll tell. But if we decide to take any drastic action now because we feel things have gotten so bad to us, people will still survive, people will still tell the story in 2028 of what they passed through in 2024. So I don't want you to make any silly, irrational decision at this particular moment because of the economic situation in the country. If people could survive the 7 years of famine in Egypt, it also means that this particular phase of our life in this country that will survive it. Now, what will I advise you to do? What are the way out? Because it's not just about telling you, okay, have hope, believe in yourself. No. So what are practical steps that you can start to take? Number one, you need to start to daily listen to motivational speaking, inspiring talks. Listen to sermons from your pastors, your imam, your rabbi. Get people to listen to daily. Number two is also find something to start to do, no matter how small. Any income you are earning currently, start to leverage on it and start to look within the sphere of what you are doing. What other ways of generating more revenue can you activate? Now, for those who are married, probably the only one spouse is working. This is also the time for you to get everybody in the house to start to generate some level of income. If you have grown-up children, they need to start to get to work. If your wife is not working or your husband is not working, this is the time for you to get them to start to do something. The other one too, you also need to look around you. Do you have empty plots of land? Do you have empty plots around you? If it doesn't belong to you, reach out to the owner and say, allow me to farm this land. These are things that you can actually start to do. Then also start to look at, are there soft skills that you have that you've not been utilizing before? Are there maybe things that when you were growing up that you used to love to do? Look at how to start to monetize some of these skills that you have, these latent skills that you have. Most importantly too, start to sharpen your skill on what you are doing now. Whatever you are doing, ask yourself, how do I start to do it better? Next is start to volunteer, because when you are active, depression and suicidal thought won't be coming to you. So look at your church, look at your mosque, look at all the socio-political organizations that you belong to, and start to become active in them. Get yourself active, get yourself involved, because it will do two things for you. One is that it will help you stay off suicidal thoughts. Secondly is that you can get to interact with people and let them know what you can do, and opportunities can actually come out of it. And finally, actively seek out for better opportunities for yourself. Look at what are the opportunities that this current challenge is creating for us. For instance, if you look at what are the challenges now, we are facing security threats. Do you now say, okay, let me develop my security awareness skills so that I can write about security and how to avoid security situation? Probably start to talk about how to avoid kidnapping and things people could do, so that you'll be seen as an expert in that area and you can start to run trainings in that for people. Look at different areas, but most importantly, start to do something. Don't allow the current economic situation that we are passing through make it look as if this is an endless time that will never come to pass. I can tell you that it's just a phase, and before you know it, we'll overcome this phase. You know, for those of us who experienced Abacha regime, it looks as if things couldn't get worse. But after then came the Obasanjo regime and things turned around. For those who had experienced the Babangida regime during the structural adjustment program, at least things were, during that time, people were queuing up to buy things in stadium because there was nothing in the market. But now at least we still have the goods in the market. So I'm telling you that there's still hope for us. Nigeria, yes, will survive this, but it's only those who look beyond 2024 to 2027 to 2028 that will live to tell the story. So don't allow this season you are passing through crush you. Thank you for listening today, and I hope this inspires you, and have a lovely weekend.